Alright, we've had a good day and we've managed to get this base spinning, and we've also got our first arm on. We are about a week behind in schedule as always, and by week I say the 3 or 4 days of the week that I get to spend on this, so we're about 3 days behind. But we've got about 2 weeks of contingency, so we should be fine. The decoration will be time consuming but should be fun. It's this main body that I'm trying to get up and going pretty quickly, but major geometric hassles have been done with the top half of the sculpture already sitting upstairs, running quite nicely. There's been errors and mistakes and learning things. I think when you're building a sculpture, it's fairly theoretical until you actually weld the things together. And there's a few bits that, it didn't quite occur to me, I think, until I got to that part of the sculpture. But that's probably why I enjoy doing this, the problem shooting and the coming up with a solution, creative solution to sort that out has been good. I find the best thing for me to do is go and sit down when something's not going right and have a think about it, even for 5 or 10 minutes. Just have a break, clear my mind, calmly relax, probably meditate a little bit, and it'll come to me. Or sometimes leave it for the day. We had one disaster where the entire thing fell apart as I was welding it and bent everything. But started from scratch again, and we're rolling forward. It's physically demanding building this sculpture. It's not an easy thing to do, and although my welding skills, grinding and cutting skills are getting better, this whole thing is a lot more sturdy and a lot more even and symmetrical than the whale was last year, which is nice. But the electric stuff's easy. You know, by the time we get to all the solar panels and the inverters and the controller boxes, the battery, the motor system, that's going to be fine. We've got our first gear on down the bottom here, so we have our little, hard to see, little cog gear running there. That's going to be our main motor that's turning that, and we're going to mount that large rotating square unit on top of this pole later on. We have a few bearings to do that are lying around somewhere. There's lots of little gears and motors that I've been acquiring as we're going through, although the bearings for the top of the sculpture. These will be what's hanging on, sitting on that pole and holding the top triangle on. And we have our chains and gears, everything all locked in for the motors, ready to go. There's going to be a bit of machining out of some of these sprocket parts to fit the motors, but everything needs grinding in life, doesn't it? Nothing fits nicely. Dealing with imperial and metric measurements is fun. Thanks, America, doing us proud. But if everyone would just get on board with the metric system, that would be fantastic. I think the more I put this together as I'm doing it, I'm thinking about how the final piece is going to look, and how some of the little decoration parts are going to come together. We have a whole bunch of the succulent plants growing, and there's something in the wall actually just here, just coming along nicely. A lot of these bits and pieces are going to go into the sculpture, some of the smaller bits, and not that it's a weed, but yeah, the rest of these. And there's a whole garden full of them. I've been planning for this for about 8 months, so I planted a lot of this stuff about 6 months ago, and a couple more months and we will be ready to harvest it all and mount it on the sculpture arms itself. I've been speaking to the art centre, Potter, Home of the Arts, about exhibiting it, and that should be fine. They didn't have any problem with that. I'm just going to find a place for it somewhere outside on the lawn, which is best for me, outside, somewhere we can actually get some sun would be nice. But I enjoy working down here in the garage. It's nice to kind of get out of the studio every now and then. We still have a major musical challenge to get these pipes actually playing musically on top of this. But as soon as I get the rest of these arms on, we are ready to move on to decoration, because that is it. The whole thing is essentially built. I've just got 5 more of these arms to put together. This one is what I welded today, and we have run out of gas on the welder, of course. As soon as I've successfully managed to get one done, we'll have to go and get some more gas. Some more argon gas for the MIG welder. But it's been fun. I'm enjoying it. I think I enjoy the challenges and enjoy the aspects of the whole sculpture that are hard. Um, it's ridiculous, stupidly over ambitious, as always, and I don't think I'd enjoy it if it wasn't. If I just had to cut a few pieces and stick them together, it'd be too easy. And yeah, I enjoy the challenge. It's something, there's a little bit of fun about it. I enjoy the fact that I can change things as I go. I'm not locked into having the initial construction plan adhered to exactly. There's been a few little changes in measurements as we're going through. This is not the main schematics, this is just my notes, but it is definitely going to look like the diagram, which is great, and the proportions and the sizes are all right. May look a bit tall at the moment, but those arms are going to come down. Let me show you this one. Going to come down. Here we go. It's halfway through, so this is all where our succulents are going, all over these arms and underneath here, and it's just between here and here. This is the part where you're going to have the wooden panels with the lighting and the slogans on. And I have been thinking a lot about what to write on it. Pardon my French, I would like to write Fakadani on the side, but I think the message might be diluted somewhat with swearing, so we're going with Stopadani, Gold Coast, and Coral Not Coal. And the song, I think, is going to have some of the lyrics imprinted on it, so we are part way through writing the song at the moment, and still playing around with different melodies and keys and lyrics, but there's a few different demos up and running. The music parts are probably the easier for me, so I'm probably more concerned about just making sure we can get the actual sculpture built and the mechanics working. The big stuff, once the big stuff's done, I'll be able to move it out here on the lawn and paint it and decorate it, cover it with plants, and do all the fine woodwork over the top of it. But it's fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying being able to change the sculpture and build with my hands, and I still have all my fingers as we continue on. But yeah, another week down, another milestone with the sculpture done. 5 more arms and we are pretty much done with all the metal work, which is great. Just do a little bit of grinding to clean things up, and yeah, paint, decoration with succulents, and a couple of motors, and we are good to go.